Bronxville police did it again. They just expose themselves every single fucking time. Every single time. This detective has not called me, and it's been a year and a half. And they post shit on their Twitter, exposing themselves, and it's a real embarrassment. And I really don't know who's behind it. I can only have my suspicions, but it's really, they really need to get better. And today's video, it's really bad. We have a picture of Satriali shaking the hand of a new officer. And Satriali, this is the only time Satriali's going to see this guy. Satriali has not a clue who this man is. Truthfully, D. Young hired this man. And in the picture, they're trying to make it look like Satriali hired this guy. But that's not the facts. The facts is D. Young hired this man. D. Young is probably behind the camera. And Satriali said to D. Young, oh, well, who's this guy I'm taking the picture with? And D. Young probably lied to Satriali and said, well, this is some guy from a different department and he did something nice for the village. And Satriali said, okay, well, I'll take a picture with him. But remember, sir, the man you're shaking the hand of is your boss. He is the chief. Just remember that. He is the chief. But anyway, let's read what the post says. Introducing Officer Christopher Layton, recently joined Bronxville Police from the NYPD. Bringing 7 years of experience with a passion for fitness, Chris hits the gym in his free time, currently in field training, soon to patrol our streets. Welcome aboard, Officer Layton. So this is Officer Chris Layton, apparently. And D. Young hired this guy. And he's from the NYPD. Probably one of D. Young's friends, because D. Young also worked for the NYPD. And he was unhinged then. He's more unhinged now. He has all that power as the lieutenant is what they call him. But he is the interim chief, or the acting chief, while Satriali goes on vacation. But remember, he's your boss. Remember that, sir. But let's find out who Officer Layton really is. Because there's a way to check this with all NYPD guys to see who Officer Layton really is. So I got Christopher J. Layton, Eric, I'm guessing this is him, Christopher J. Layton, because it's the only one I have. Hold on. Okay, Christopher J. Layton, shield number 3103. Detective, 3rd grade at the 44th Precinct. Made $137,000 last year. It's been a detective since November 2020. This is already starting off very, very suspicious. So he's a detective for the NYPD, and now he's a patrolman in some town that no one's ever heard of. Let's look at his complaints. 1 complaint, 7 allegations, 2 substantiated. Let's see. Abuse of authority, vehicle stop, exonerated. I don't know what that means. I guess that means it went through. I don't. Abuse of authority, failure to provide RTKA card, substantiated, command discipline A. So I guess I don't know what that means. I guess it means he failed to provide his name or something. He has another one, abuse of authority, failed to provide RTKA card, command discipline, abuse of authority, frisk, exonerated, discourteous word, unfounded. I don't believe that, unfounded. You know, these NYPD guys, they're very foul-mouthed. You know, they be saying shit that, you know, I'd be shocked some of the shit they'd be saying. Physical force, unfounded, okay. Vehicle search, exonerated. Let's see what else. Violated patrol rules in 2023, command discipline, and failed to prepare required reports in 2023. Okay, so this man right here, Mr. Christopher Layton, doesn't like to give his name, hence he's not wearing name tape, and he doesn't like to make reports. Sounds like a friend of Detective Giroux's and Lieutenant DeYoung. Very suspicious. And now he's shaking the hand of poor Chief Satriali. Very suspicious. Did you have a hand in it, Leighton? I gotta ask you straight up. Did you have a hand in it? Do you know Paul Cavallo? Do you know Matthew Stein? It doesn't make sense that a detective will just leave the greatest police department in the world and join the Bronxville Police. A detective. I understand if you were just a patrol officer, but you were a detective. And now you're not a detective no more. Are they paying you more? I'm confused. You must be a friend of Nick Loros. You look like Nick Loros. You look exactly like Nick Loros, just taller. You have the same haircut as Nick Loros. You look exactly like Nick Loros. Like you're willing to fuck somebody over. I know you're friends with Matthew Stein. I know you're friends with Lieutenant DeYoung. I know what this is. This is a scam. I know you know who Paul Cavallo is. I know you know who David Benedetto is. I know you know who Laurie Unridge is. And all this shit that they're telling people, oh, they left for other reasons. No. It started with a demerit. Then it ended with a firing. They fucked those people over. Poor Satriali. Satriali walks in, he's probably like, where's Cavallo? I don't know what the answer they give him is. What they say, Cavallo left on his own? Where's De Benedetto? They're lying to the chief. And this man is going to fall in line right with DeYoung and Matthew Stein and lie to him some more. But I want to show you, because like I said, their Twitter is full of this shit. It's full of just them exposing themselves. And it's sad. It honestly really is. And my heart goes out to the officers who's going to get fired next. I want to show you the next group of officers that are going to lose their jobs next. Because it's very important that we try to stop this, or that we memorialize this, because these officers don't deserve what Lieutenant DeYoung is doing to them. I want to show you this. So this is sad right here. Officer Dentini and, hold on, if I can get it. Officer Dentini and Officer Butler. They're going to be the next to lose their jobs. It says here, sun's out, cop out, introducing POs Dentini and Butler, Bronxville's police, new community policing officers. Catch them on foot in the business district, ready to respond to the community's needs. PO Dentini is assigned to the day patrol, and PO Butler is assigned to the evenings. And it's so sad. It's so sad what they're doing here. And they do this, you know, they have them posing, leaning against the RMP like they're driving it. And they have them on a foot post, and they have them lean against the car. These officers are never going to drive that RMP ever again. They have them walking around, and these officers probably have a lot of seniority, and they have them walking a foot post. Probably walking around the village in heat, in the summer heat, and writing tickets and doing that type of shit. You should have the rookie officers doing that. That's what you're doing. You have all these rookie officers you're hiring, have them walking around the streets writing tickets and all that shit. Why do you have Dentini and Butler doing that? These are the two officers you're going to fire next, and it's so sad. It's so sad. It's gonna be Dentini first, unfortunately. And Dentini is such a nice man. Dentini never done nothing to nobody. He shines that fucking spotlight in people's eyes, though. You know, you shouldn't do that, Dentini. Blind people doing that. But Dentini's a really nice man. Dentini's a really nice man. And Butler, they're going to fire him after they fire Dentini. And then it's going to be Sulco. I'm willing to bet any amount of money. It's going to be Dentini, Butler, then Sulco. And it's so sad. My heart goes out to them, honestly. They're going to lose their fucking jobs because of Lieutenant DeYoung and Matthew Stein. Could have happened to Cavallo. And instead, all this man can do is smile. That's all that man can do is smile. That's all he can do. He's happy he fired all those men. He's happy. That's what he's going to do. He's going to smile. Because he's happy he fired all of them. And Carol's going to sit back there confused, and he's just going to smile. He's going to smile. He's happy he fired all of them. He's happy because he's a motherfucker. Remember the names, people. Paul Cavallo, David DiBenedetto, Lori Unrich. Don't believe what they said, how they left. That man fired him.